Welcome to the To Your Success podcast, hosted by Johnsen and Elin Solheim. Each bi-weekly episode takes a deep dive into how success and freedom is created and how you can start living the life you truly want now. Christer was top CEO of international companies for more than 20 years. He's done business in most parts of the world. Now he is an international success mentor, helping people and organizations to be successful. Elin and Christer are partners in life and business. They truly live what they teach every day. They sail their beautiful 43-footer around the world while helping clients all over the world. They are proof that you can get all the freedom you've ever wanted. They truly live what they teach every single day.
Hello everyone and warm welcome to a new episode of the To Your Success podcast. I am Christer Johnsen.
And I am Elin Solheim, your wife and business partner. Happy to be here.
Say again?
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, and so am I. It's really good to be here. And here now is that we are back in our house in Norway after 2.5 months sailing in the Mediterranean and the Adriatic Sea. And the boat is now around Venice in Italy, and it's going to stay there for a while while we do other things. We're going to celebrate Christmas at home with family and friends, and we are going to America to our mentors in January. And then we start sailing again in February, March, when temperatures are a little bit up, because in the part of Italy where we ended up, it's cold and it's actually snow in the mountains. We can see snow in the mountains from the boat,
It's
which
actually
we
more.
didn't expect.
It's actually more snow there than here.
Yeah, and it's warmer here right now. So this episode is about 2025. We want to share our 2025, and we had some goals going into 2025. And one of them was actually to effortless. And effortless freedom are two important words to us. We want our freedom, just like, I guess, you listening to this podcast. And effortless is the way we want it to happen. And because we follow the effortless way. And so this episode will be a lot of personal reflection. So why was 2025 important for us? Because it was the first year where we actually really sailed, and we're both working in the business full time, and we had some challenges with that, right? First of all, mental challenges. I would say it's always like that. It's not what you do; it is how you think.
Yeah, and one of the challenges is that we are always on a journey. We are always traveling while we are working. So this time we just really got we figured it out actually.
Yeah. We did. Yeah, and sitting and thinking about that is how life is. It is about solving challenges. It's about growing, and how we do it is that we sail from place to place. I mean, we sail on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then we work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then we sail again. And we tried different ways of that. We ended up sailing like 24 hours, and we moved from one city to another. So we explored a lot of beautiful places on the Italian coast. We ended up in Venice, where we stayed for more than a week.
We had some magical nights at the boat.
Yeah,
Sailing nighttime and seeing the stars and
and a big change for you is that you are more comfortable sailing at night.
yeah, I never been uncomfortable sailing at night, but I just didn't like being tired when we when we finally got to the destination. So yeah, but now it's easier. It's easier to travel.
Yeah, because I mean, for those of you who haven't sailed, we actually sail 24/7. I mean, when you cross an ocean, you sail for days and nights and all that. And we have a watch routine, meaning that I sleep while Elin fixed the boat and sailed the boat, and then I sleep. I I fix the boat while Elin is asleep. So, and normally when we go on journeys like this, it's only the two of us on board. So we have to go like it's 3 to 4 hours on awake and then 3 to 4 hours asleep, and then go like that all day, which is interesting. It's more a mental challenge than a physical challenge. And as you said, there are some beautiful experiences. Lots of stars, lots of other boats, so you just have to manage that. And so that's the sailing part, and then combining that with running an international business with clients from many countries has been really, really interesting. And I think that is one of the things we have learned to fix.
Yeah, and actually one of the fun parts that we have clients traveling to different time zones. So we also have to figure out how to take care of them and help them, even if they are not in the same time zone as us. One thing is that we are traveling to different time zone, but when they start to travel as well, it's like a puzzle.
It's like a puzzle, and then it's good that you are a good
I love the puzzle.
You love the puzzles, right? And I'm very happy that you love that, because that makes it easier for me. So for us, 2025, I mean, summarizing, one of our most important goals was actually then to sail and to manage our business and to manage that in a good way. We had a meeting Friday night, I think it's about 2 weeks ago. We had a meeting with one of our mentors. And she asked, "Where are you now?" And I said, "Where we are." And she said, "We never know where you are." I said, "That's our life. That is how we live, and that is what we want as well." Is
Nobody
actually to
knows.
explore this life. Say again?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Where we are. No.
Well, our family and friends, they know roughly where we are. They have an idea of that. But no, we don't have a tracker so they can follow us all the time. But for me, I see me as an explorer of life. I want to explore the world. And I grew up sailing. So I started sailing when I was a kid, 7 years old. I started to learn sailing on my own boat. And for me, it's about exploring life. Always new challenges. We had a dinner with our neighbors. It's a small community here. When we had a dinner with our neighbors and friends yesterday, and we were actually talking about this. It's like how we explore life and how we push, and then we realized that they say, "Oh, I wish I did the same thing," right? Because and there are several of them. Two of them are really close, and they are, I wouldn't say awake, but they are aware and they have clarity, but they work with goals as well. And then other people say, how do you do this? And I said, well, this is how we do it, and I tell a little bit about that. And it's interesting to see how our life affects other people's life, right? I think that's really, really interesting.
Yeah.
So what we changed and what challenges we had, we had some really good, I would say, challenges that grew us as well. For us being married and then staying in a boat for a long time, it's like it's a fine balance, right? We really like to be with each other all the time. At the same time, that is all the time. I mean, now we even work out together in the morning when we have our morning walks.
Yeah.
It's like we are together 24/7, and sometimes it's really good that you have to go and do the laundry.
Just, can you leave the boat for 2 hours just do the laundry? I actually sit by the washing machine and work instead of going back and forth to the boat, just to have some time alone. And the same with you. I know that you enjoy to have that time alone in the boat as well.
Yeah.
So, but I think we have been so good at doing this in like a calm, effortless way this time. So it's like my mother, she called and asked, you haven't killed each other yet? after 1.5 months, I think. And no, it's just been perfect.
And I have 2 reflections on that. One is that we have a joint goal of doing this. So we are aligned, we have the clarity, this is what we want. Even though we sometimes get tired and then the boat breaks down. I mean, the days that the boat is 100% everything works, then you make a cross in the ceiling. There are no cross in the ceiling.
And there never will be.
There is always something, right? And for me, I like to have I mean, I like to have everything in order. It has been a mental challenge. But we had some breakdowns that were different than what we had before, and some things I couldn't fix. But then we have a common goal. This is what we do. And that gives us clarity, and it gives us direction. And the other thing is that more and more and more we become the person we want to be. Like we grow together. I think that is maybe the strongest thing we as a couple can do, is to grow together, because we want the other one to be better all the time, and we support each other, and we let the ego is the old you. I call them like Elin 1.0, version 1.0, Christer 1.0, and they are always with us, right? Who we used to be, who we were before. And that version of me is always afraid, always thinking negative, always in survival mode, and always holding me back. And always, if you have a fight, I mean, if you get sensitive and kind of you get angry, it is in 99.9999% of the happenings, it is because you let the old you take control. Because when I'm me in my go, I have all the self-confidence in the world. I'm so grateful. I'm so happy. I have all self-confidence, and what happens around me doesn't affect me, because I'm standing, I'm grounded, I'm standing there in my goal, and that is the person I train myself to become all the time. And I think you are on the same path as well.
Definitely. And I think one more thing, that we always, both of us, are very grateful for this life. We are grateful for everything that's happening around us, and grateful for that, this possibility and this life that we are able to take the challenges life gives us. So we are so grateful for everything, grateful for our mentors, grateful for the clients, grateful for the family and everything. And when we go day by day and we are always grateful, it's so much easier to be happy, to be kind, to help, to do, and then we don't argue. You cannot be mad and grateful at the same time.
No, you cannot. It's actually, and it's a good point you have. Always go to gratitude. And we talked about that a few days ago as well. I don't remember when that was, but you said that we are grateful for the things we don't like too. We're grateful for, and that follows law of polarity, which is one of the universal laws. It's like there is a good side, there is a negative side, and a positive side of everything, and it's all up to your perception, how you see it. Right? Bob Proctor used to say, "This is so bad, it has to be really good."
I love that.
Because when things are really negative, then you have an enormous potential when you just flip that around, see that as a positive thing. So I would say I'm really grateful. And you know how I used to be when things broke down on the boat. I had to fix it immediately. I was angry because I was uncertain if I could fix it or not. I wouldn't say when I do boat yoga, and I like, we had a situation just a few days ago, because there was a steel part of the boat that broke, and I had a yard to help me fix it, and then I was going to do some electric work, just connect some wires, and it was so tight and so awkward working position. And of course then I was breathing heavily, and there was some words saying that I don't want to repeat here, but I didn't feel anger inside. It was more that it was difficult and painful to do, and then I had to release that energy. But I used to be angry, I used to be uncertain, but I'm not that anymore, and I can actually not fix a thing immediately.
Yeah, right? That's a big change, actually.
That's a big change, right? It is, because I used to be really uncertain and say I have to fix it now, and I had this really, I don't know, it didn't feel good inside. I was restless, right? Restless, and then, but now I can cope with it. Say, okay, let's put it on the list, and then we fix it later on.
In 2 minutes.
So that is subjective control, and that is what we're talking about. It's like I am so like the steel part that broke now. That was like, how did that happen? I don't know. I'm so grateful that happened as long as we were along the coast, because if that had broken when we were out at the open sea, it would have been a problem, right? So it's just to flip it around, and it is very much, and I think what we realized was that we really outgrown the old life. I mean, we have been full time in this business together for about a year. And would you like to go back
No,
to the old
definitely
life? No.
not. No.
Hi, this is Christer. Thank you for watching and listening to our podcast. We really appreciate that. As you see, we love sharing how you can live the life you truly want, and we also love sharing how we live this every day. You know what changed my life is that I did one thing. I signed up for a strategy call with my first mentor. That was the one thing that changed my life. And that is why we offer you to do exactly the same thing with me and my team as well, because we know that call, those 30 minutes can be the thing that changes your life. So if you go to our website, christerjohnsen.com, up in the right corner, you will find a button to click on. Click on that button and book a strategy call with us. It might be the best thing you ever done to change your life. Have a wonderful day. And now, back to the podcast.
Sometimes I just miss being a nurse, just like,
Yeah.
but I haven't been a nurse for so long, like really a nurse. So sometimes I miss that feeling, but I would never go back to. No, this is my life. This is our life together, and I have never been that determined ever in my life to have a goal like this, just to and to see that having this goal and working towards it and working from the goal is actually taking us there. I would never change this. I would never go back.
No.
Never.
And one of the things we do is that we say no to a lot of things.
Yes, we
right?
do.
We let,
Yeah.
because I mean, and I have always been very, very goal oriented. Like my dad said, I mean, I showed him one of my goals, and I said, of course you can do that. It's before he passed, and he said, you usually get what you want. I mean, that's a habit you have, and I hadn't realized that until Dad told me that. But that's a habit I have. I'm very, very focused. I mean, and when I want to do something, I do it.
Yes.
Right? No matter what. If it is to climb that mountain, if it is to sail that ocean, if it is to reach another goal, I just do it. I never give up. And sometimes you say that, well, that's like, you could have a, what do you call it? Not a definition, but you could have like a diagnosis on that.
Yeah.
Maybe, could be, I don't know. But to me, I'm very determined.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
And that's not.
And I have to train. I have to train myself so that can be nice for people around me, because
Yes.
otherwise I can be, I wouldn't say ruthless, but I can be very determined. And you have helped me doing that. But we say no to a lot of things, right?
We do that. And we have to say no to a lot of things because it's not what we want to do. So
No.
And for me to say no to things, it's a big change.
Yeah, because you have this fear of missing out, the FOMO.
Yeah, and more the fear of missing out is one part, but I want to do a lot. But
Alright.
then I have to do, if I do everything, I just spin around. I will not be that focused. So now I do what's
No, that's true.
aligned
But
with
saying
it.
no to things follow a very, very important rule that we follow. It is the 80-20 rule, that 80% of your results, and for us the results is to create the life we love to live, comes from 20% of our actions. And if we double on those 20%, then we will have more. More of the life we want, whatever that is: freedom, financial freedom, emotional freedom, more friends, more exploring, more going further. So it's really important to start saying no to things, because you can easily say no to things when you have a clearly defined goals, because then you got the clarity. Then you get the clarity, right? You get more sharp. You start to transform yourself. You become more and more intentional with everything. And one of the things that we have done this year is that deliberately we have less programs We have I have had fewer courses and studied up less because I wanted to have a better, I wouldn't say balance, but I wanted to change. And then we have also been more clear on what is our ideal client. We want to work with people that are coachable. If people are not coachable, then
Say no.
we don't want to work with them, right? And the same thing with what kind of people we work with, right? We want to work with, and we work with people that are intentional, that set goals, that are ready to change. And a lot of people, they want to change, but they don't want to change.
No.
And then nothing happens, because the purpose of the goal is the journey to the goal. It is who you become on the way to the goal, right? So that's the whole purpose. It is to live this life on the way to the goal.
And actually to say no to people that are not ready to change and that really don't want to change, they just want to have something different but not change themselves. That's the whole concept of helping people. We cannot help them if they don't want to do the job themselves. So yeah,
That's true. And where that won't come from doesn't matter. It can come from the joy of wanting something. It can come from the pain of being stuck where you are. It doesn't matter. It's just to have this drive. I write about that in my book, and I often say it as well. I felt like a tiger in cage. Well, before we started this, and that is one of the things. Do I want to go back? No. Are there challenges that we have to deal with? Yes. It is not easy.
No.
But it becomes easier and easier and easier because we train every day on running our company from the boat. Right? It's so good to be back in the. You are in our office, and I'm in my office, and I have my desk, and I have the pictures of me and my goal there, and I have pictures of my kids, and it's a faster network. Even though we have Starlink, it's like. Yeah, so downloading movies when you do the editing of movies and programs and so on takes a long time, but it is the best we have. Like, so come home then and have friends. We can drive a car. We don't have to walk for 2 kilometers to buy food that we have experienced now.
We have to carry the food.
And that is why we have lost weight. It's only because we had to walk a lot. No, it's not. I can say that. I can share that. I have a goal of being healthy, wealthy, and happy. Right? It's an affirmation. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm happy, healthy, and wealthy. That means that I take that seriously. We talked about that in the previous episode about a client of ours who had the goal of being really fit, and he didn't go to the gym. Right? So I have to. And you changed as well. You stopped eating sweets, right? 3 months ago. You stopped eating chocolate. It's like, no, I haven't stopped eating chocolate, but I eat a lot less. Right? It happens that I take a small can of Coke or just a Snickers or something like that just to get energy.
I don't want sugar. So no Coke, no sweets, nothing.
No, but of course, since daily life on a boat is all that we always move, we cannot get into a car. We don't have that. Then we have to always. So it's a lot of energy, and that is a goal too. It's a deliberate choice, right? So, and everything is like, and so it's not free from challenges to live effortless. It is out of the comfort zone. Get into the fear zone. Do things that you're not used to, and then you train and practice. And we often say that we have failed more times than most people have tried. We try this, we fail, we try this, it works, we try this, it fails, we try this, fails, and then we have success, and then it works, and then we continue doing that. But we try all the time.
And then we realize that life is lived in contrasts. So having to move from the boat and come home and see the different, it's not like I don't want to go back to the boat because it's harder to live there. I really would like to go back to the boat. If I could do it tomorrow, I would. But I also want to be here, but I appreciate the contrast. That's life.
Yeah. And I think if we had only done one thing, I mean, I was bored when we only lived in a house. But if we only had sailed all the time, I think I would have been bored. And sometimes, I mean, like everyone else, I wish that I didn't have to work and that, and that just money I mean, sometimes we talk, what if we won the lottery and what would you do? And I know that maybe I would take 2 weeks off, 3 weeks off,
I know.
but then, no.
You would
It
be
is too
bored.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's absolutely too good not to do, I mean, to do this. It would feel completely wrong. And I know if I had a boat without anything that was not broken, I guess I would have broken it just to have something to fix, So I think what we learned in 2025 for us as well is that clarity is created, and there is always more clarity to be created. And we don't wait, we just create it, right?
Yeah.
If we want to go somewhere, if we want to do something, we just do it. Do it, right? And so that's important. And then that we act into thinking. I think that's one of the strongest lessons we can give to others. Don't sit and wait. Don't think into acting. You act into the thinking. And what you act, so you practice, you start walking. And then you stumble. And then you get up. And then you learn, right? And this movement builds confidence, self-confidence. I can do this. I can do this. So that is an important learning. And then environment matters. For the first time, you signed up for your own mentoring program before summer.
Yeah. That's for my own mentor. I have been through together
with me.
Yes, but I signed up, and definitely it's the best thing I ever done. It's it completely changed the way I'm working and the way I'm thinking.
Yeah,
definitely. So, and you got some benefits from it too because you can join. So that's.
So I learned it, and then one of the things we always do is that we always have mentors. We work with them a little bit differently and how close they are. But we always have mentors. It's like we're always in this environment, which is a success environment. And we actually, in the beginning of 2026, we're going to spend 2 weeks in that environment, just to be there, just forgetting the proximity.
It's the best way to start the new year, actually.
Absolutely.
Get this booster of energy and just ready.
Actually, this year thing is just, now it's December 1 when we record this, and it's like, now the year is over, so let's calm down. No, I don't think about like that.
We're speeding up.
I'm in Q1 2026 already. I just want to build momentum, right? Because I don't measure my life based on the calendar.
No.
I measure my life based on my goals and how I feel and how we accomplish the goals. Right. And another thing is also that alignment creates energy. I don't think we have been this positive before, feeling this good before, right?
No.
Over time, it's like,
I agree.
Yeah.
So
and because we are aligned with the goal, and when we both have goals, and when we know that when you tell me something, it is because you want me to be better, right? And the same thing when I tell you something. So it feels lighter when the choices match what we truly want.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and when people feel down, it is because they are not aligned with who they want to be and how they truly want to be. So for 2026, well, we have some goals, and we want to help more people. And one of the ways we help more people is, of course, through this podcast that we release new episodes every second week. And we are personal, we want to be personal, and working with us as well. I often say that, when you are a client of us, we open our hearts, right?
And sometimes that can be when people ask me through a sales call like this, clarity call, and they ask, how is it to work with Christer? What does it teach me? What do you do? Can you tell me about the programs and everything? And the most important thing is that it's personal for everyone.
Yeah.
You go through the same teaching, but it will still be personal because you get you.
And you.
Yeah, you get us. And it's always personal. And
Yeah, maybe I don't know if you haven't ever worked with a mentor, then I have always felt that my mentors are personally invested and interested in us. Like the one we talked with on the Friday night 2 weeks ago. I mean, she knows us well, and we know her kind of pretty well as well. And the guidance we get is not always what we want to hear, but we know it comes from love. Right? It comes because they want the best, and that is how we are too. Sometimes some of my clients say that I'm direct. Yes, I am. I am very direct. I'm direct with Elin. I'm direct with me. Can you imagine how direct I am with me? I mean, I'm can be hard on myself, right? But then I tell it because I mentor people and I coach them because that is what you need to do to get to your goal. And that is when, I mean, we say that, if you do what we tell you, you will reach your goals really fast. It will go faster and be better than you ever thought was possible. And we have some, we talked about the young client that we have a client that is traveling now, and I think he's in South America now. And he said, I couldn't imagine that it works so fast. No. And he completely changed his life in 12 months. Completely.
He's doing the work.
He's doing the work, right? He's doing it. When I tell him something, he does it, right? And he is not afraid of failing either. And that's maybe the biggest challenge. So for 2026, our goals, of course, we have goals of helping more people, helping the right people. We're going to continue sailing. We actually have a goal I have a goal of crossing the Atlantic in 2026. And then one morning we discussed, well, will we then discover all the things we want to discover? Because I want to sail to Istanbul in Turkey, for instance, and then we don't want to have stress when sailing. And maybe that happens in 2027 instead. And that's an important point. Don't be afraid of changing your goal.
No, because life changes.
Life changes, and as you grow, your preferences and what you want, that will change too. But don't change your goal because you think it's impossible to reach.
No.
No, right? Because you can do everything. But that is one of the things. So for us, even more alignment, more clarity, more presence, being in the moment. And then we want to grow our business. And we're going to continue to share with us, because for us, this is how we are. If you wonder what it is to have me as your mentor, you will have Elin on board as well. And this is how it is, right? And we love to help people going into the next chapter and the next chapter and the next chapter and the next chapter. So for us, next year will be continue doing and even become better, even more effortless than it has been so far. And then we have some other goals. We want to help more people. We want to reach out to more people. We want our podcast to grow. We have between 60 and 70,000 listeners to the last episodes. And my goal is to have 1 million listeners because I want to reach out to people, right? So we want to grow all the time. So that's some of the goals we have. And I think then to balance that with having a family, having kids, and living the life we truly want.
Effortless,
right? But effortless means that we train. We practice.
Yeah.
So I want to invite you who are listening now just to create clarity. And how do you start to create clarity? You write down your goals. And don't be afraid of that. And a goal doesn't have to be a financial goal. It can be, this is my life. This is my dream life. I want to have freedom. I want to have emotional freedom. I want to have... I want a new house, for instance, if that is what you want. I want a new boat. I always want a new boat. Have you ever heard about the boat being too big? No, I have never heard about that. So I always want a new boat. But that's it's not the goal. It's more something that would be nice. So start 2026 with intention and structure and write down your goal. Right? And if you want to talk with us, go to my website, christerjohnsen.com, and you can have talk. And there is a tab there where you can say contact us. Let's talk. And download our morning routine. Start doing our morning routine. We record this in the morning, and we did the morning routine. Right, Monday morning we got up, and And the reason why we recommend that to you is because we know it works, right? I would rather die than go back to my old life. I don't want to go back to that.
No.
Can you imagine that you have to ask someone if you can get free from your job, that you can have a vacation, that you only can have 4 weeks vacation? No, right? And you have to ask for a raise of salary.
I prefer this life.
Becoming a person that sells more, to help more.
I prefer this life to have this life that I don't want vacation from. I don't need vacation from it.
No. Okay. So to wrap up, it got a little bit longer than we planned. And normally
Usually.
they are 20-25. It's about 35 minutes. I hope you enjoyed this, right? For us being personal, and it's a little bit out of the comfort zone for us to be this personal in the podcast too, which is good. We always push us out of the comfort zone. And everything we do is to your success. Right? And have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of To Your Success podcast. Please leave us a rating and review on your favorite podcast platform. For more information on how Christer's mentoring programs can help you in your own life, visit christerjohnsen.com.